SYSAV's new waste-to-energy plant in Malmö is one of the most modern of its kind in the world. It went into production in 2003 and in the same year was awarded the Malmö City Environment and Design Prize. Here, 24 hours a day, all year round, waste is incinerated and converted to both electricity and heat. In this film, we will see how waste is converted to energy and also follow the advanced work required in cleaning the flue gases. Each day, approximately 200 refuse collection vehicles arrive here and tip waste into the large bunker situated inside the plant. This includes normal household waste from the South Scania area, as well as combustible industrial waste. High up in the control room sits the overhead crane operator. From here, the waste is fed into the large furnace. Each hour, more than 25 tons of waste are fed into the chute of the furnace. In a year, more than 200,000 tons of waste are incinerated and converted into energy. The waste combusts as it slides down the inclined fire grate, which has an area of 100 square meters. The temperature in the furnace is approximately 1,000 degrees Celsius. In order to ensure that the combustion process is effective and complete, air is introduced from underneath the grate and no other fuel is required. In this boiler, only waste is used as fuel. But not everything is incinerated. Stone, scrap metal, glass and other non-combustible material remains as slag and is transported away to be sorted and recycled. The hot flue gases rise in the large boiler, which is more than 40 meters high. Inside the steam boiler are long pipes, so-called tubes. The flue gases heat the water that is circulated in the tubes. The water is heated to 400 degrees Celsius steam at 40 bar. This takes place in so-called superheaters. Due to the high temperature and pressure of the steam, both electricity and heating can be produced. The heated steam is then led from the steam boiler and superheaters to a turbine, which drives a generator that produces the electrical energy. Part of the electricity is used in the plant itself. The rest is delivered to the power distribution grid. Approximately 145 million kilowatt-hours of electricity are produced at the plant in 1 year. When the steam has passed through the turbine, it is still extremely hot. In this large heat exchanger, a so-called condenser, this heat is now utilized. Here, water from the district heating network is heated up to between 80 to 115 degrees, before being used as heat for customers in Malmö and Flue. The district heating, which is produced here at SYSAV's waste-to-energy plant, is sufficient to provide heat to some 60,000 three-room apartments. SYSAV's older waste-to-energy plant has supplied district heating for more than 30 years. Together, they're responsible for providing approximately 40% of all the district heating in Malmö and Flue. Both of SYSAV plants together have the capacity of incinerating approximately 400,000 tons of waste per year and producing more than 1 terawatt-hour of energy. Waste is an energy-rich fuel, and to produce an equivalent amount of energy would require 100,000 tons of oil. When as much energy as possible has been produced from the waste, the important work of cleaning the flue gases remains. As waste is a mixture of fuels, the flue gas cleaning process is important. The SYSAV waste-to-energy plants have been built using the world's most advanced cleaning technology, and with a comfortable margin, they're able to meet the strict requirements concerned. A variety of substances have to be separated from the flue gases before they can be released, and the cleaning process must be performed in several stages. First, most of the dust is removed. Directly after the boiler, the gases pass an electrostatic precipitator. The dust in the gases is negatively charged and attracted to large metal sheets that are positively charged. The dust is shaken off the metal sheets at intervals, collected up and transported to an ash silo. In the next stage of the cleaning process, the flue gases are washed. This is carried out in 3 high towers, so-called scrubbers, constructed of reinforced plastic. Here, water is sprayed over the gases through fine nozzles. The water contains different substances, such as, for example, limestone, which reacts with the pollutants in the gases, thus cleaning it. The first scrubber rids the gases of heavy metals and acid substances. In the next scrubber, sulphur dioxide is washed away. And in the third scrubber, dioxin molecules are removed. In the next stage of the process, any dust still remaining in the gases is removed in a so-called electroventuri filter. After this process, only 1 milligram of dust per normal cubic meter still remains. The contaminating substances which have been removed from the gases still remain in the water. Therefore, this too must be cleaned. This is carried out in a special water treatment plant. With the help of various chemicals, heavy metals and similar are precipitated and concentrated into sludge. The pH value of the water is then adjusted to that of seawater and filtered through sand and carbon. The water is now so clean that it can be released into the Öresund. Let us return to the flue gas cleaning process. The final stage of the process takes place in this large catalyst. In principle, it works like the catalytic converter of a car. Here it reduces the remaining nitrogen oxide in the gases to nitrogen and water. Powerful flue gas fans blow out the cleaned flue gas through the 100-meter-high stack. The contaminating substances have been removed, and that which is released consists in principle of only carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen and water. SYSAV's waste-to-energy plant is highly efficient. Before the gases are released through the stack, the temperature is reduced from 140 to 70 degrees Celsius, and the heat is recovered in a so-called economizer and used to preheat the district heating water. More heat is recovered by the 2 large heat pumps from the hot water produced when the steam in the flue gases is reduced. Even the extra heat within the plant itself is utilized. Situated high up between the new plant and the older one is the joint control room. From here, all processes in both plants are carefully monitored. The incineration process, production of steam, electricity and district heating, and not least the cleaning processes are all controlled from here 24 hours a day. All emissions are carefully measured and controlled so that we are certain that we're able to meet the strict environmental demands set by the authorities. SYSAV receives, recycles and handles household and industrial waste from the entire south of Scania. Our goal is for the minimum possible landfill. Instead, waste should be utilized through reuse, recycling as compost, or the reutilization of energy. For combustible waste, it concerns incineration and energy production. Household waste makes good fuel. Using the advanced cleaning technology of the new waste-to-energy plant, waste becomes an environmentally friendly alternative to imported fossil fuels. SYSAV's new waste-to-energy plant, which produces both electricity and heat, has an important role to play within the energy production of the region.